in from my office in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and a very good afternoon to everybody wherever you are around the world. If you're on this Red Zone Blitz call live, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're happen to be tuning into this at a different time from a different place, welcome back to the Red Zone call that we do every month. For the last 10 days of every month, from the 21st to the end of the month, we do what we like to call the Red Zone Blitz call. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just simply a opportunity for you to be introduced to a great opportunity, a beautiful product, and something that we truly believe could actually impact your life and the lives of people that you know, like, and trust. So before we get started, I'd just like to, give you a chance to make sure that you get yourself a piece of paper, a pen, get yourself your favorite beverage. I've got my my patented OGX. I got my DX in here right now, my detox. Beautiful lemon flavor. I love it. It's what I drink. I drink one of these and I drink one of the DX products. I'll talk a little bit about that as we go through the presentation here today. And it's just great. I got the ice in here. It's nice and chilled and it's just beautiful. It gives me that energy throughout the day. So let's get started with what we have to share with you today. And again, this is something that we do every day for the last 10 days of the month. And what the opportunity here is, if you are happen to be one of our business partners from around the world, it's a great opportunity for you to actually invite your guests, people that haven't heard about the opportunity, haven't seen the opportunity, and maybe hear about it from someone else other than yourself. Get together with them, maybe share this link with them, and just have them spend the next 20 or 30 minutes just, receiving a little bit of information. And that's really what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is a conversation over coffee or energy drinks or, just whatever it is that you're enjoying to do right now. I mean, it's a Saturday afternoon where I am right now. And I can tell you that I love the lifestyle that Organo has provided for myself and my wife over the last 10 years. And it truly has been a blessing. My wife, Rhonda, and myself started in this business actually 10 years ago this year, and Organo is 10 years old. So it's a baby company. It's just out of its single-digit numbers. It's going into its first decade of existence. And I can tell you that it has absolutely been an amazing ride, from zero to billions of dollars in sales globally, touching literally one corner of the earth to the other and back around again. And it truly has been a ride that has impacted our lives and the lives of literally millions of people around the world. So, Organo, as I said earlier, is a 10-year-old company. We're a Canadian-based company, and we have, in fact, some amazing results over the last 10 years, which we'll talk more about throughout the presentation. But for interest's sake, Organo, what we like to say is that we're a healthier living company. We offer delicious, safe, and effective products designed for daily use to actually support that healthier lifestyle. And we provide, this is what I love, a global opportunity for you to achieve your financial dreams and goals. Now, question is, do you have dreams and goals? Let me ask you another question. Would you be open to trying something different? And I mean, I'm not even saying something that you're not familiar with. I ask people all the time, do you or anyone you know drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? And just about everybody that I've ever heard and has answered me has said, well, either they drink it or they absolutely know other people that do. Well, have you ever considered a healthier cup of gourmet coffee? And you know what? It doesn't even have to be a healthier. How about just a gourmet, great tasting cup of coffee? Of course we would, because that is what we do every day anyway. We're spending money on these types of hot beverages all the time. What about the energy drinks like I just spoke about earlier? Are you or anyone you know consuming energy drinks during the day to keep that energy levels up so that you can, make it through the day and not crash, the 2 o'clock crash right after lunchtime there? Well, what if there was something that was even better? What about healthy fast food meals that save money? I think it's realistic to say that, all of us are in a hurry. We're always going somewhere and have to be somewhere quickly. And you know what? Not always can we cook and can we, prepare meals that are healthy and with the family, sit down at the table, you know, whether it's lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever that might be, we're always in the mode of being somewhere and we got to get there fast. But what if there was a healthier fast food that actually saved money? And then what about a healthy way to support the cells, and what about better sleep, digestion, and more? What if we could answer some of those questions for you? Would you be open to try some of that? Well, you know, what I know about health is that, you know, we tend to not pay attention to it until it goes downhill. You know, we tend to not worry about it till we lose it. And I know many, many people, myself included, when I first got started, years ago in this business, you know, I didn't always live a lifestyle that was, was always the healthiest, you know. I mean, I was overworked. I worried too much. I had a lot of stress and, a young man. And I can tell you that all of those habits that I had formed really had a negative effect on my body. And I mean, you may know somebody, maybe it's yourself, or you may know somebody that's actually affected by the way that we act every day. And you know, the question really becomes is, what are you feeding your cells? Because see, if we can't take care of the inside, we're not going to be able to perform on the outside. And if we can't perform on the outside, well, that's going to definitely affect our life and our lifestyle negatively. Well, do you know that our diets are heavily processed? I mean, everything that we have has been actually engineered. You know, most of the food we eat has actually been engineered to last longer than it should actually if it was in a natural state. And that, you know, that means that they're lacking nutrients. And if you live with stress like I did, and you eat out and you eat fast foods, and, you know, maybe even live in areas that fresh food's actually hard to get to. Maybe it's very expensive, you know, depending on where you live around the world. You know, the OG lifestyle truly can help. You know, I always like to look at it this way. When I drive down, if I'm in a major city and I drive down the road, you know, I see fast food restaurants everywhere. The McDonald's, the Burger Kings, the Wendy's, the chicken places, the Chick-fil-A's, all of these fast food restaurants, because it's the way people act. It's their lifestyle. But what I don't see a lot of, I see a lot of coffee shops. I see a lot of convenience stores, so on and so forth. But what you don't see a lot of is you know, the fresh food market or the fresh vegetable market on every corner, because you know what, it's not available. And maybe that's like you and where you live. You know, maybe you don't have access to that, but with just simply changing some products that you drink and eat every day now, you actually might start to actually positively affect your body from the inside out. So let me talk a little bit about our exclusive and powerful ingredient, and it's called GANODERMA lucidum, or we just call it GANODERMA. And it's actually, has more than 2,000 years of history, and it was originally reserved only for the royalty in China. You know, we have this exclusive partnership all the way over there in China with a place that it's the only place in the world. And I've been there. I've been to this place 5 times, you know, and I'm so grateful for that. And I've actually seen where this mushroom grows. It's actually a mushroom. It's a fungi. And it's actually infused into every one of our products. Like the product that I'm drinking now, it tastes like awesome lemonade. It's cool. It's refreshing. It gives me great energy. It's actually infused with this miraculous king of herbs known as GANODERMA lucidum. See, the beautiful part about this, ladies and gentlemen, is I don't have to be, and I am not a health practitioner. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert in health at all. But what I do know is that it tastes great and it makes me feel amazing. So when people say, you know, what is it about you, Steve, that, we have similar lifestyles, you know, but you always seem to have lots of energy, and you always have to, you know, seem to have this focus, and you always seem to have the ability to last a little bit longer, you know, put in a little bit more time when you have to do that. Or if I'm playing sports, you know, at the end of the game, I got lots of energy left to go out and still play. So they're always asking me, what is it? What are you doing? And I say, you know what, guys, I don't know what it is, but, we should try some of this stuff that I'm drinking right here. It gives me the energy. I don't know what it'll do for you. Why don't you just try it and let me know how you feel. So when we talk about GANODERMA, Organo, the company Organo, the 10-year-old baby, the company that I've been with my whole entire professional career inside of this industry, we grow it the way nature intended. So you can see these 2 pictures. I mean, it's very, very easy to take a look at which one would be more appetizing. I mean, the beautiful thing about it is the GANODERMA, you can't see it, taste it, or smell it, but you absolutely can feel it. Again, working from the inside out. If our bodies are fed properly, they can perform magnificently, and they can perform over long periods of time, and we can actually slow down the aging process. It's proven medical fact, if you do any study at all into aging and or the way people feel and why they feel that way, it has everything to do with cellular aging. And we're actually able to slow that process down just simply by changing some of the food and drink that we take right now. And I'm not making a claim. I'm not telling you that you're going to live to be 150 years old and that as you get older, you're going to get, you're going to have less wrinkles and you're going to, even look younger. But what I'm telling you right now is over the last 10 years, myself and my family have been able to experience amazing results. And a lot of the people inside of our teams and our families have been able to experience amazing results and coincidences. And all they did was just change one product. And we're going to show you a little bit more evidence about what that looks like soon. So when we talk about the OG products people love, this is them. The question, it's the most powerful question that I've mastered and I've learned over the last decade is simply this: do you or anyone you know drink coffee, tea, or hot chocolate? The answer is always yes. It's either they drink it or they know somebody that does. My next question is really the one that makes all the difference. Well, let me ask you, when you drink your product, your coffee, your tea, your hot chocolate, your energy drink, how do you normally take it? Do you like it black or do you like it with milk and sugar or a combination? This opens up the conversations, ladies and gentlemen, and we have the products that actually people love. In fact, it's the world's leading brand of GANODERMA-based products, all of these products. So it doesn't matter if you're a black coffee drinker or you're a black coffee drinker and you like a tiny bit of cream and no sugar, or you like cream and sugar together. We have everything for you conveniently packaged, as well as, of course, the energy drinks with our DX and our XT that you can see there. And we also have this amazing, OGX product that is, we call it the OGX Phoenix product, and that's a meal replacement. It literally tastes, my kids are on and I'm on it, and I'm going to show you some evidence of some of the success. It literally tastes like liquid birthday cake, the vanilla. And if you love Wendy's Frosties, I'm telling you, the chocolate, it tastes just like a Wendy's Frosty. You know what? I have a hard time actually keeping my kids from taking more than they're supposed to every day on this because they just love the way it tastes and the way it makes them feel. So that's what we have for you. Let's talk a little bit about coffee. This is pretty interesting. And when you look at, when we put this business model together, the thing that my wife and I looked at, we said this, whether we do this business or we do not do this business, people are still going to consume billions and billions of cups of coffee every year. In fact, I didn't really know what the numbers was, and I didn't know that actually it is one of the most consumed beverages in the world. And it's actually one of the largest traded commodities after all. My background before the network marketing industry and Organo was actually in the oil and gas industry. And so I understand that gas and oil and gas is absolutely a commodity, and coffee is one that doesn't change. It continuously grows because of the demand for the product around the world. And it literally is consumed in every single country in the world, which is amazing. And we look at this stat alone. This is crazy, right? 1.6 billion cups are consumed every day. Do you realize that works out to about 20,000 cups of coffee per second are being consumed? So let's just wait a second here. 100,000 cups of coffee were just consumed. And so the question really becomes this, is that, are you going to continue to keep paying somebody to drink coffee, or would you be interested in possibly creating additional stream of income just by changing your brand? Well, here's the more evidence, timing of the coffee opportunity. When you take a look at these massively recognized international worldwide brands, Starbucks, or we like to refer to it as $5 because everybody likes to walk around with a $5 cup of coffee just because they can. I know what you're talking about. You know what? Tell you what, next time we meet and we're at a meeting, I'm definitely going to give you a free cup of coffee. And I'm not only going to give you a free cup of coffee, I'm going to write your name on it so you feel special. And then you can walk around thinking you've got a $10 cup of coffee because it came personally from me and you paid nothing for that. That's my gift to you. McDonald's, the affordable McCafe, of course, it was a few years ago now that McDonald's did a worldwide rebranding, spent billions of dollars to rebrand the Golden Arches to McCafe. And why? It was because they recognized that they need to keep up with what people want, and people want their coffees. Dunkin' Donuts changed their logo to a coffee cup. Burger King introduced the iced mocha. Nestle introduced Nescafe to the American market. And of course, now Subway, the sandwich restaurant, became the #2 franchise in the world because all they did was open up 3 hours earlier than they normally did, and did what? They offered coffee as a breakfast option, and their business boomed, and they became the #2 franchise worldwide. So you know what? I mean, we don't really have to argue or convince you that this is a huge, huge business. And then when you take the fact that we have a coffee that everybody loves to drink anyway, and it makes them feel better, whether they know why they feel better or they don't, the fact is that they feel better when they drink our coffee. So why not change your brand to something like that? And if you're interested in making a little bit or a lot of it of extra money, you know, I've never met anybody over the past 10 years for sure. And before that, the first 30 years of my life, 35 years of my life, I never met anybody that didn't and wasn't interested in a little bit more out of life, maybe a little bit more health, a little bit more wealth, a little bit more freedom. So let's talk a little bit about that health and wellness now. Did you realize, I mean, I think you probably do because everybody's connected to social media, that 40% of the world's population is overweight or obese. And you know what? In certain countries, it's considerably higher than 40%, wherever you are around the world. And you know what I'm talking about, and how easy it is for people to fall into that trap of obesity because of the convenience and the way that our food is prepared. So if we already know that, if there was a way that we could take small steps to make our life better by putting better things into our bodies and making a little bit of income, if that's what we're interested in, would that help you and, you know, help you to have a little bit of a better lifestyle? So, you know, quick questions. And of course, you're not going to answer me because I can't see you. You can only see me. But I know I have these conversations with people all the time. You know, have you ever been overweight? You know, and I mean, you know, the majority of the world has and is. Did you ever lack confidence because of your weight? You know, did it ever impede you from doing something that you really wish that you could do? Do you ever feel tired at work or wish that you had more energy to, you know, after work to be able to do other activities? Like, you know, if you have kids, to be able to play with your kids, or, you know, go on a hike or ride your bike after work, or go for a swim, or, you know, depending on where you are in the world, you know, just do something other than just work. That's what life is about, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about just work. So with the OG Healthy Lifestyle, what is possible? This is what we've seen. This is what I have seen over the last 10 years, is that people actually save money. Yes, see, it doesn't cost money for you to drink and for you to eat better food. In fact, you save money by doing that. We have products that are priced effectively for people around the world, so that by simply just replacing a brand, they actually aren't spending more money. They're saving money. Yes, they have more energy. They're losing the weight. If they want to lose weight, they're building muscle. If they want to build muscle, you know, example of that would be my boys. They're both in, you know, high-level athletes. I live in Canada, and hockey, of course, ice hockey is a religion. You know, we have you know, many things that we love to do in Canada, but hockey is #1. And you know, we're on the ice 1 year old, you know, and we don't get off the ice until we're 100 years old, and even more if we can. And I can tell you that it requires a level of intensity and athletic ability and being at a certain level of fitness. And that includes building muscle. And my kids are using these products religiously every day because they love the way it tastes and the way it makes them feel, and they're getting great gains from it. So we have a huge impact in the sports industry with our products. You know, what else are you going to have? You know, better performance in all things, at your work, in your relationships, in your lifestyle. I mean, who wouldn't like to just perform a little bit better and feel better about that? You know, better digestion, you know, gut digestion, stomach digestion is so important. You know, the things that we put into our body and the way that the body breaks it down, it's a huge challenge. And when that continues to happen, you can listen to, you know, one of my friends and business partners. He's, you know, one of our blue diamonds inside of this business, Dr. Bob Rakowski. And, you know, he's often on these calls and other calls as well, which we host on a weekly basis, known as the Millionaire Mentorship Call. And that is every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Pacific. That would be Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And he speaks about the importance of digestion. And it's laid out so simply for you. But if you just simply pay attention, that by, you know, I can go on and on and on speaking about what we're doing wrong and how we're mistreating our bodies. But you know what? In most cases, people don't care because The only time they're going to care is when something happens to them, and that's what we call a reaction. But what if you could just be a little bit more proactive by just changing a brand? It still tastes great. It's easy to make. It's priced effectively. It's got all of the things. There's really no excuse for you not to do this. And maybe this is the first time you're ever hearing this information, probably from me, that you're hearing it from me, but maybe the person who asked you onto this, this webinar, has been saying the same thing, and maybe you just weren't listening. But I'm telling you right now, it's very simple for you to make a big change in your life and have big results from that. So here's some more examples of, what's the old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I don't really have to even speak about these people. I've met them, I've seen them, I've seen the results, and I can tell you right now that it's even more than it is today. These people have lost more and continue to keep maintaining and building that. You look at Miss Lewis here, 37 pounds, Jeremy, over 55 pounds, Terry, 63 plus pounds, Oscar, way over 70 pounds now. And, Jolene from Hawaii there, it's you, if you're in this business and you've, you're planning on attending the international convention, the expo that we have coming up next weekend, September 1st and 2nd in Las Vegas, you're going to see these people at the event, and you can see for yourself what has happened. If you're looking at this for the first time, or you have no idea what I'm speaking about, get back to the person that asked you onto this call, and you can see that there is a place where we're going to come together. We're going to celebrate people's successes. And I would say that with these testimonials that you can see right here, I mean, look at Tonino here, 53 pounds. We're going to be celebrating a lot of success because people's lives have literally changed. And, we don't like to talk about a loss inside of this business, but I'm going to tell you right now, with these folks, they're going to talk about loss. They're going to talk about a lot of loss, but a ton of gain. It's going to be amazing. So, here's another question for you, because we're just having a conversation here. We're just, getting to know each other a little bit here. Are you prepared? A study was just recently done by Intuit Surveys, and the study predicted that by the year 2020, so we're talking what, about 18 months? We're talking maybe even less. I mean, June was 18 months, so July, August, I mean, we're talking 16 months. Within 16 months, that's, I mean, geez, we can see that. 40% of American workers would be an independent contractor. Why is that? Meaning that they may still have a job, but they're also going to have to create an additional stream of income just to be able to finance their current lifestyles, because things are going up in price. It's very easy, and I don't think there's no argument here that, things 30 years ago cost a lot more today, and the wages have not kept up to that cost of living. Is that a yes or a yes? Of course. That regarding savings, that 6 out of 10 people right now, the survey says, do not even have an extra $500 in case of emergency. Now that is living pretty tight. I mean, I've heard of this old saying, I live paycheck to paycheck and I have more money than I have money. That can change. We can make those changes. Again, just like being healthy, it's not a big movement to make that happen and to create an additional stream of income. Again, it's not a massive, big life-changing thing. It literally comes down to doing what you've already been doing before anyway, and that is just simply recommending things that, you like, conversations that you have. What if you could get paid for those conversations? That's simply as easy as it gets. Work-life balance. Like, as I mentioned earlier, we don't live to work. Life is about enjoyment. Life is about balance. Life is about, sometimes you've got to be a little out of balance to make that happen, but there's got to be a goal. Do you feel valued at work? Do you get to set your own hours? Are you your own boss? Would you like to have flexible hours? How about more time with the family? How about an extra income? What if there was a way you could get paid to drink coffee? Well, there is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're on this call tonight about. Today, whatever it is, if you're getting onto it as a replay, welcome again. This is all just very relevant and applicable information that if you do something with and you take action from, you absolutely can start to get a difference, and you will make a difference in your life first, because you need to become the example. It makes no sense for you to continue having the same conversations with the same people year after year after year, hoping that there's going to be a different result. yeah, you know what? Next year I'm going to make a lot more money, and I'm going to, take more time off, and I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to have more time with the family, and I'm going to I'm going to have a better relationship with my partner, and I'm going to turn things right around, But this year, it's not looking so good. But next year, definitely going to happen. Probably same conversations or something like that you've had for years and years in the past. So stop fooling yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to get easier to live a healthier and more fulfilled lifestyle, but there is a way, and this is as simple as it gets. You can lose weight and you can live healthier, and if that's what you need to do, then you can do. So what's the opportunity? Now let's take a look at these 4 industries individually, and then know that you can capitalize on all of these at the same time, which is quite a unique opportunity, because not all opportunities and all products actually participate in these 4 industries all at the same time. Of course, the internet, if your business in today's day and age is not internet based, well, it's a dinosaur, and you probably have a rotary dial-up phone too, and a fax machine or a beeper. That is not a business, ladies and gentlemen. You have missed the boat, and I know that I'm not talking to you on the call right now because you wouldn't have a computer either, so you wouldn't be on this call. But the internet is the future, of course, and the way that we can participate and use this amazing tool, the way that it shrank the world together so that we now can talk to each other and work with each other by a click of a button. Of course, home-based business, as I mentioned earlier, 40% or more of people in the next 16 to 18 months are definitely going to be needing to create an additional stream of income. And that is not going to be available by going out and buying new businesses and starting new locations and things like that, because that's expensive. But we always do have some space in our home, and we can make some time if we put value on that time to make that happen. Of course, the health and wellness industry, which is a $1 trillion industry, we specifically work in the category of weight management, which is a multi-billion dollar industry in its own. And of course, the coffee industry, that is, again, a multi-billion dollar industry, and it's not going away. So imagine you being able to capitalize on all of those at the same time. Organo, this is an amazing thing. We actually have business, and you are actually qualified to work in business in over 30 countries around the world all at the same time, again, because we're an internet-based business, and we can connect with people all around the world. We have the same products, the same mission, we have the same vision, and we have the same opportunity for people all around the world all at the same time. So visionary experience leadership, very, very important. I believe that all companies rise and fall off leadership, and you can read that, and you can listen to people who have success, and they'll tell you the same thing, is that it comes down to, what the vision and the mission of the company is going to be, and the people that are going to be steering the ship. So Organo has a very humble and yet powerful mission, that is to bring the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. And ladies and gentlemen, the treasures are not the coffee and the shakes and the energy drinks. The treasure is actually the GANODERMA. It's what makes our body balanced so that we can live our lives to the fullest every day. Our mission, our G mission, is very strong and powerful. Organo is on a mission to help improve lives by reaching new levels of wellness. There's that word again, wellness, while giving back to the communities. We believe in giving the fishing rod, not the fish. We want to teach people how to fish so that they can eat for generations and they can change their lives for generations. We want to provide solutions for people in other parts of the world that maybe haven't had that information or that opportunity to be able to do that. We do that through the OG Cares Foundation. And then, of course, our strategic partnership with the Napoleon Hill World Learning Center and the book itself exclusively, Think and Grow Rich. I mean, what an amazing title when you think about how you want to become, rich and or free and or wealthy. And this is literally the instruction manual of instruction manuals. So we have an exclusive partnership with them that was formed in 2009 and continues to grow today at a rapid rate. So we believe that we are impacting the world on a more than just a financial level, more than just a health level, but we are actually impacting the world on a mental level, so that going forward, we have the proper people being built, and the proper people with the proper mindset so that they can achieve more out of life. So when's the last time that you started a job or had a business that paid you more than one way? Usually it's trading your time for money, or maybe it's, amount of, maybe you're on a contract basis or something like that. But in Organo, what I loved about this when I first looked at this opportunity 10 years ago in June 2008 was that they actually paid you 7 ways all included. So you just don't pick one way to get paid. You get paid all 7 ways by doing a very simple set of instructions and following a very simple system of success. So the first way we get paid, which makes the most sense, is retail. We have one of the highest retailable products in the world, bar none. We simply just buy our products as a wholesale member, and we're able to retail those products to whomever that we want, wherever that we want, and we keep 100% of that profit. So we talk about earning a minimum of 50% retail profit. You know, our coffee comes in individual sachets that are conveniently wrapped for you so that you can use individually. You can also use those products to as a sample so that it's easy for you to let people try, and then maybe they'll buy. And that's what's been amazing, is that over the years, we've been able to literally create tens of thousands of satisfied customers who don't necessarily participate in the income streams that are available that I'm going to be speaking about, but they absolutely do love the products and will continue to keep using them because they love the way it tastes and the way it makes them feel. And isn't that an amazing business, that you know that people are never going to stop using your products? See, I'll ask you this question, and I know you're going to answer it this way. You know, do you drink coffee? And if the answer is yes, when are you going to stop drinking coffee? Never, right? Everybody says that. So what if you had people that you knew that were trying your product your way, and then you were able to show them a better way to live, and with a healthier cup of coffee that is priced effectively and has multiple options attached to it? I think we can. I think you see what I'm saying. So the second way that we get paid in our business is actually for referrals. So as we build our business and people are interested in more than, see, it kind of comes down to this. We have, typically there's 4 types of people that'll that we're going to meet in our lifetime. And these people are, I'm going to paraphrase it very simply, but you're going to probably understand, and you're probably going to know people like this, and you're definitely one of these 4 people. You're going to meet people that are going to say absolutely no to the coffee, no to the products, no to the business opportunity. I've heard of those things, not interested. I'm going to drink what I'm drinking. I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it. No problem. So we call those the no people. That's number 1. So you may or may not be that person. I don't know. If you've been on the call this long, you're probably not a no person. You're probably just I don't know yet person, and that's okay. Second type of person is, you know what? Like the product. I'm a coffee drinker anyway. I'm interested in keeping my body healthy. I want to learn more about the product, but the business right now, I'm good. I got stuff going on. I got lots of money coming in. My life's perfect. Everything is good. I don't have any time to do that. So we call them the yes, no people. And then of course we got the number 3 people that are yes to the product. And, maybe, yes to the business. I don't really understand. So it's kind of like a small yes. I'd be interested in maybe, $300 to $500 extra a month. No problem for the person that's, yes to the product, but is interested in the business. Making a little bit of money to start with, we can work that out. And then of course we have the yes to the product and the big yes. You know what? These are people that say, you know what? I get this. I got this, man. I'm telling you, I know so many people that drink coffee, and they're just, all I got to do is just share it. And I got a sphere of influence. And I can tell you, if you'll be able to show me how to actually create this and follow a system of success, you mean to tell me that you could help me with that? Yes, absolutely. So, pay attention to who you are. And then at the end of this presentation, when I get through the money part here, just let me know, or let the person know that invited you onto the call here today, and just say, look, listening to Steve on that call here today was really great, good information. I liked it. It was very simple, conversational, didn't seem salesy, and I'm kind of like you, I don't like to be sold, but I like buying stuff. And I think that's the way that people are. People buy things, but they don't like to be sold. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just sharing a story with you. So imagine now that, I was able to show you how, by simply recommending people, you could make up to $150 every time somebody decided to come into the business with you and buy one of our promotional sales packs. That's what's available for you. So that's another way we make money. And then of course there's the team building, which is really one of the most powerful ways that we build our income inside this business. And it simply starts with 2 people. So the question comes down to this. Do you know 2 people that are overworked and underpaid? Simple question, right? 2 people that are looking for a little bit more or a lot more. 2 people that drink coffee. 2 people that, are interested in, creating a different lifestyle. 2 people that might be in that 40% group that is going to have a home-based business in the next 18 months. Do you know anybody like that? And the fact that we have coffee, teas, chocolates, energy drinks, so simple for you to try, all conveniently packaged so that they can try it first. and let you know what they think. So it's not like you have to put all the money out first. And really, it's not a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about this. You know, I'll get to it in a minute. But we've got 3 basic packages. We've got a bronze, a silver, and a gold package. And each one of those is just your opportunity to purchase some wholesale product that will allow you to participate in the 7 ways we get paid. So as we build a team on 2 teams, we build a team on the left and we build a team on the right. And our goal is simply to have them using the products personally and sharing and building a business using those products. And we'll able to teach those people how to do that. And as they do that, they duplicate what you did. So imagine if just you had 2 people the first month in business, and 12 months later, everybody that came into the business duplicated what you did at the beginning, just found 2. Did you realize there'd be over 4,000 people in your team? And if all of those people were just buying 2 units of our products, you know, maybe they're buying 2 boxes of coffee, maybe they're buying a box of coffee and an energy drink, and maybe they're buying some soap or some toothpaste, you know, maybe they're buying a bag of shakes and some energy drinks. Whatever that number is, whatever they're using personally and or they're using to build a business with samples and helping the team to build, whatever that volume is every month. As people get started in this business one time, they buy a package one time, they get started one time, and that counts into the team bonus, and you're paid up to 20% on that volume. And this is a snapshot of some of the incomes that are available on a weekly basis. Yes, that one at the bottom there that says 20,000 a week is available. And I can tell you right now, we have hundreds of diamonds inside this business. My wife and I happen to be black diamonds inside this business that have literally dozens and dozens of diamonds that have been able to work their business underneath us and with us to create a lifestyle that has literally changed whole countries. It's been amazing. But really, ladies and gentlemen, if you're simply just looking for an additional stream of income, I have not seen in my 40 years of business, and I know that I only look 41 or 2, but I'm a little bit older than that. I'll be 49 this year. And I can tell you that, you know, I started in business when I was, 9 years old, delivering the paper, and I haven't stopped working since. And I can tell you in those years, decades and decades of work of owning my own businesses and really thriving to become more and create that lifestyle, I can tell you there has never been anything that has been more effective than what we've done in the last 10 years inside of this business by simply working with people, helping them to reach their dreams and goals. It's been truly a blessing. And I can tell you that the ways that we get paid in this business are far exceed anything that I've ever done in traditional businesses. You know, we talk about the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th ways that we get paid. Those happen to be incomes that are generated when people continue to keep using the products, continue to keep developing leadership, continue to become leaders themselves, and eventually are sharing in a global pool of revenue that is available worldwide from the world-generated income that you can participate in. And that is not a very hard level to reach, ladies and gentlemen, but I can tell you it's a highly, highly effective one. We also have a OG lifestyle bonus that pays you just simply for doing what you're supposed to do anyway. You reach the first level of leadership, which we call Sapphire, and that's you having a small volume of people that are doing what you're doing, sharing the products and living the #1 lifestyle in the world, all the way up to that black diamond level. This is an additional stream. Remember I said there was only 7 ways we get paid? Well, guess what? Here's your bonus. It's number 8. And this is money that you can use for whatever it is that you want. Maybe you want to spend that money on a car payment, or you want to upgrade, your child's education. You need a little bit of money to do that. This is paid on a monthly basis, ladies and gentlemen, to reach these levels of success. So can it happen for you? Yes, absolutely can happen for you. It's happened for thousands and thousands, literally hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and it just continues to keep growing. So again, how do we get started? Everybody gets started with a $49.95 starter kit. And what that does is that gives you a back office access. It really is your management system for your business. If you ever owned a business, you've always had to have your own accounting system, and you've got to have an inventory system, and you've got to have this system and that system. This is all encompassing for you. One fee, one time, gives you 12-month access to a world renowned and a multi-million-dollar back office system that actually runs your business for you, allows you to concentrate on the things that are most important. That is getting out, sharing coffee, boiling water, having conversations, and just and just smile. You know, I love it. I love telling my story over and over again. When the company asks me to, you know, share my story on calls like this, I love it. It's just, you know, my biggest challenge is that sometimes I take too long, and I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to again show you. So the bronze package, you can get back to the person that asked you onto this call, say, you know what, I heard about this bronze package. It pays up to $500 per week. Can you explain a little bit about what that is? And ladies and gentlemen, all that means is that you're going to start building a team. And it goes back to that team bonus. When you put one on your left, one on your right, two people in the world that you know of that are looking for a little bit of a better life, a little bit of a better lifestyle, you know, maybe that are, you know, overworked and underpaid, you know, you can get paid up to a 10% bonus for that. Now, we do have a sort of a middle package, which we call a silver package, that actually does pay you 3 times more potential per week, $1,500 per week. So maybe that's what you're interested in. And it actually pays you 50% more for doing the same amount of work as buying a bronze package. And then we have, of course, our gold package, which is 5 times more, $10,000 potential per month. Just the third way we get paid, just third. All the other ways, plus, plus, plus. And this pays you 100% more than the gold package. Again, what does this one give you? It gives you more products. If I'm going to open up a business, let's say I'm going to open up a McDonald's franchise, and I'm going to put $1 million out for a franchise, I want to make sure that I got enough hamburger buns, I got all the stuff that I need. I'm not going to skimp out. If I'm going to start a business, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this business costs around $1,300 to get started at this gold level. That's the maximum. I think the smallest package is about $300. The middle one's about $500. So all that is, ladies and gentlemen, is just your commitment to how much product you need, number one, to use, to share, to sell, and to build a business with. That's really all you do with the products, because that's how we built the business from day one, like that, religiously, every day out there sharing the products and changing people's lives one cup at a time. So ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I have to say to you is this is whose life will change today. Will it be yours? Will you read about this? Will you think about this? Will you do something about it? Or are you going to be having the same conversation you're having today, you know, next year and the year after and the year after, and thinking that things are going to change without you actually making a change? You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, you know, very respectfully, things are not going to change unless you make a change. And you know what? I know change sometimes is scary, and it's sometimes that you got to take a risk in life, but I'm telling you right now, you're using these products anyway. People that you know are using these products every day anyway. What if they were just using a brand that you represented and recommended to people to use? How could your life change? How would you change mentally? How would you change physically? How would you change financially? I'm going to tell you right now, 10 years we've been in this business. It's been an amazing journey for myself and my wife, Rhonda, my 2 boys. We're looking forward to the next 50 years together inside of this business. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. That's my message. I look forward to seeing you all in Las Vegas, September 2nd, 1st and 2nd. I'm leaving for Vegas on Wednesday, coming up here next week. I'm going to be out there. I'm looking forward to celebrating your success. See you on the stages. See you in the Diamond Club, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's Organo. God bless. Have a great day.